Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear viewers, welcome back to IQRA TV. As I said to you before, those who've been with us, today we're doing an outside broadcast. We're doing something different. We're away from the studio. We're actually out in the community, and this is something that I said before we'll be doing more and more of, inshallah, bringing to you some of the really good work that is going on within the Muslim community around the country. Obviously at the moment we're concentrating in the north because that is where our studio is based, but what we want to show you actually is some of the very positive work that is going on in various different quarters, both in the community sector, in the laboratory sector, in the youth sector, and also in businesses. So what we'll be doing over the next few months, inshallah, is going out and shining a light on some of the people who are the movers and shakers, who are helping our community, both young and old, to be proud of being Muslims and actually doing something very worthwhile that makes them good citizens of this country. So today we're here at the Lights Out Boxing Academy in Bradford, and we, in the first part we met Inzar Iqbal and Amir Hussain Saab, who are the driving force behind this. And I spoke to them about where they started from, why they started, and what their intentions were. And as you heard, we have 100 young people now who are part of this boxing club, who are learning the skills of boxing, not that because they're violent, but they want to learn the skills of boxing because it makes them fit, it makes them good, makes them healthy, and also it gives them the opportunity to protect themselves as well, should the need arise. I don't think anybody goes into boxing with the intention of deliberately harming somebody, but actually to go in there because it's a sport that they love. So with me now, I have two young men. As I mentioned before the break, one of them is Muhammad Ali, who's a young man who's now 21, who apparently started at the age of 11, and he has represented Great Britain, I was going to say UK, but Great Britain in the Olympics, as well as the World Youth Competition Championship and the European Championship as well. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad Ali.
Wa
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, young man?
Yeah, not bad. I'm good.
You're now 21 and you've done fantastically well and being part of all these amazing tournaments around the globe. How did you start? Why did you get into boxing?
My bro was like 8 or 9 and he wanted to do boxing, but he was too young to go on his own. Right. My dad just said go with him, and I just kept trying.
He was younger than you, or you?
Yeah, he was younger.
And he wanted to go into boxing?
Yeah.
So you went to chaperone him?
Yeah, I went to like just keep an eye on him basically.
Right.
Because I was a bit elder, and ever since then I just kept trying.
And boxing bit you instead of him?
Yeah.
Is he a boxer?
No, he was a boxer as well. He was good as well, but it didn't work out for him.
All right. He didn't enjoy it as much as you?
No, he had a head injury.
Oh,
so he had to stop.
Is he okay now?
Yeah, he's okay now.
Right. So you've been boxing since the age of 11?
Yeah.
And you know, earlier when you were telling me that you're not a local lad, you live in Keighley, which is not that far away from here, but you didn't have a boxing facility near you?
There was, but like, I was training him locally at the start, but I wasn't getting nowhere.
Right.
So I moved away and I went to Bury. And that's when everything started for me.
So you went to somebody else who then actually saw your potential.
Yeah.
And then encouraged you and gave you additional training and support, etc.
Yeah.
And how long did it take for you to move from just coming here for the fun of it to actually becoming a serious boxer?
I think I took it seriously ever since I started, to be honest.
So right from the beginning,
like my dad,
you wanted to be a real boxer?
Yeah, like my dad always on me. I think after I won the first national title, so about 12 or 13.
Sorry, say that again. You won the
when I was first national title. When I was
national
12.
title?
Yeah.
Right, and what title was that?
The English schoolboys.
The English schoolboys title?
Yeah, so that was only about 12.
MashaAllah, very good.
So when I won that, ever since then I thought I'm good at this, I'll just keep at it.
So you've been fighting that since then and getting better and better and better?
Yeah.
And obviously you're so good that you were invited to join the Great British Olympic team and represent the Great Britain.
Yeah, like you have to, over the years you keep winning.
Right.
You get recognised by the GB.
Right.
So the main Olympic, the head of boxing in England, so the GB in Sheffield, and they see you and if you keep winning.
So they saw the potential and saw you being successful in winning your bouts. How many bouts have you had then? Do you remember? Must have been many.
About 130.
130.
Yeah, about that.
All right. So you must have won most of them to end up being the GB representative.
Well, I've lost about 10.
Out of 130.
Yeah.
That is an amazing record, obviously. You know, to win, I don't know, 120 bouts out of 130. I mean, that is a phenomenal record, and I'm sure many other boxers would be really happy to have a record like that. So, I mean, you're at the age of 12, you became the schoolboys champion.
Yeah.
And then what was the next step for you?
Then like you win, you represent. Then you're the English champion.
Right.
Then you fight England, Wales, and Scotland.
All right, the four nations.
And then you win that. Then if you win that, you get picked for the Europeans. And then Europeans, if you win that, then that's at that age that's the best you can win.
So
then you have to do it again the year after.
Where was that held?
They're like in Russia or somewhere
in
all
Russia,
over the place.
was it?
Yeah.
The last one, the European Championship that you attended.
Yeah. No, the last one I was in Turkey.
Oh, you were in Turkey?
That was to qualify for the Olympics.
All right. So you had to fight in Turkey to qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So you've travelled around many places.
Yeah.
Right. So boxing's taken you away.
Yeah, everywhere.
To different parts of the world.
I've been Qatar. I've been China. I've been everywhere.
Have you?
Yeah.
And obviously that must be really exciting.
Yeah, that's like when you're about 89, you look forward to it, especially when you haven't really flown anywhere.
Right.
It's like a real buzz.
So what age did you actually become or you sort of engage in the international competition?
About 17 when I was a youth.
So at the age of 17, you started going abroad.
Yeah.
To fight. Right. And
I went abroad when I was 12. But then when I was 14, but then when I was 17, I kept going regularly.
Right. So who accompanies you? Who comes with you?
The England coaches.
The coaches?
Yeah. But when you're on the Olympic squad, the GB coaches come with you.
Right. And how are your parents about your getting involved in boxing? How do they feel about it?
My dad's a big boxing fan anyway, so...
Is he?
My mom, I don't really think she's got much of a say in it, to be honest.
Hasn't she?
No.
Why not?
If I want to do it, I wouldn't.
She must be worried about, I mean, you're a handsome young man. She must be worried about, you
I think that's more my grandma.
Pardon?
I think more my grandma worries, to be honest.
Your grandmother or the mother? Obviously, mums and grandmas are obviously going to worry. Because
I don't know. I think they know that I've trained hard, like they see me train. I don't think they really.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, obviously, it is not an easy sport. Yeah. So, but your dad is very happy for you.
Yeah. My dad always travels everywhere with me.
Does he?
Yeah.
So he's there giving you support and encouragement. All right. And your mother obviously helped you build up your muscles, hasn't she? She must be making the rotis and everything else. What is your diet like? What do you have to eat to become a good boxer? I mean,
obviously you have to eat clean. Yeah, you have to have a set diet. Eat reasonably clean, but I try to follow the best I can. But I think as long as we train hard, it doesn't really matter.
As an Asian person, if I don't have spicy food for more than one day, I have problems.
I don't eat spicy food.
Don't you?
No.
Because as an Indian, Pakistani, Asian guy, you keep me away from Asian food for one day, the next day I'm having real problems. I have withdrawal symptoms.
Growing up, I never used to eat roti.
Didn't you?
I'm alright.
So what's your basic diet then? I'm sure our viewers will be interested.
I
know what's clean, but is it meat? Is it vegetables?
Not much vegetables, but you see, it's clean. I just eat whatever, to be honest. There's no diet.
No, but I mean, you need something to build up your
like
muscles.
Chicken, tuna, fish.
Right.
Anything. It's all sorts.
So that's your basic diet, is it? No rotis at all?
No, I don't really like roti. Like even when I'm not dying, I won't eat roti. I don't really like it.
Oh well, I'm sure your wife is going to be a very happy person when you get married. I'm assuming you're not married at the moment, are you?
Yeah? No, I'm not married.
Yeah, okay. Daniel, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. How are you? You're right, young man.
Yeah.
I believe you've had your first fight recently.
Yeah, I've had it.
Where was that?
In Halifax.
In Halifax. And that was after how long have you been training now?
About 4 months.
Only 4 months?
Yeah, 4 or 5 months.
And you've already had your first fight?
Yeah.
So you must be really good, mashallah. All right? And what age, how old are you, young man?
I'm turning 15 on Sunday.
You're turning 15?
Yeah.
Mashallah, very good. And how do you enjoy boxing? You obviously you must really like it.
Yeah, just getting punched in the face.
Sorry?
That's the only part I like, getting punched in the face.
Getting punched in the face? Yeah, you don't want to spoil that beautiful face, do you?
You actually don't mind after a bit though.
You get
It's
used
quite
to it,
fun,
is it?
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure, come on. It
No.
must worry you, when somebody is coming at you with a punch, and trying to land a left hook or a right hook,
I'll roll under it.
You go under it.
Yeah, I'll roll under it.
But you can't always go under it. When you get
Check it.
caught, you can get caught every now and then, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Obviously, you have the skills,
yeah.
right? So what is it about boxing that you particularly like? Is it the training, getting fit?
Training the best part.
The training is the best part, is it?
Yeah, game.
What about, how do you feel when you get into the ring? Are you
At
nervous?
the start I was nervous. Now I'm just getting used to it.
Right.
Yeah, now I'm not that nervous.
So when you get into the ring, do you know your opponent before you get in? You know the background about them?
I spar with the two guys. I know them. They're my mates.
Right.
But when we go to the clubs to spar, I don't know them.
Right.
Yeah.
now when you have a fight, every young kid does it. Like they find out who they're fighting, and then they go on Facebook or Instagram or something, and they're searching whoever fighting. We all do it. Whoever doesn't do it, they're lying.
So obviously they want to get more information about the individual.
Like you ask the coach, he says he got 2 arms, 2 legs, and you're like, yeah, I know that, but I want to know more. And you just do your
What
own
is his
research.
record in boxing?
Yeah.
Like how tall is he?
Yeah. Right. So you fight within your own age group, I presume, Danielle?
Age and weight.
Age and weight.
Yeah,
So what
that's-
weight do you consider yourself?
46.
So 36 kilograms.
46.
46, sorry. All right, 46 kilograms. So what is the next weight that you want to go into? You want to move up?
Stay here for now.
He's still
You're
growing,
still happy, so you grow. Yeah, well, you're going to grow up,
Like
inshallah,
slowly,
mashallah.
yeah, slowly go.
Yeah. And obviously you're slowly moving up in weight.
yeah.
So you started off at 56.
52. Well, I started when I was
52
11, I was about 38.
Right,
So
mashallah.
obviously you go.
Yeah. So where would you like to see yourself move into? Which weight group?
I don't know, I'm about welterweight at the moment, so about 68.
68. So in terms of featherweight, heavyweight, lightweight, what is it? What is
I think
that?
I'll fight at featherweight when I turn professional.
Right.
And
So you
then,
think you're turning professional itself?
Yeah,
And when do you think that's going to happen?
probably next year, early next year.
Early next year.
Yeah.
So you're actually thinking yourself of going into the boxing as a professional person, earning money,
Yeah.
right? Because that's a serious step to take, isn't it?
Um,
In terms of if you rely on boxing as your main source of income,
yeah.
you must be really confident to be able to do that.
I think I could be world champion,
Yeah.
so I want to do it like just.
All right.
I think I train harder than most people, so I don't see why I can't.
Inshallah, let's see.
Yeah.
Allah Pak gives you the strength to do it.
Inshallah.
Right? I know, but if you get to the really top end of boxing, there is a lot of money in it. To get to that top end, obviously you have to work very hard. You have to be really, really determined. You have to be really disciplined. And is that what you like to do as well?
Yeah,
You got into professional boxing,
yeah. Just slowly get up.
right? But obviously you're still at school, so
Yeah.
you will be doing your GCSEs soon.
Yeah, this
Yeah?
year, next year.
Next year, yeah. Are you good at academics?
Decent average.
You're average.
Yeah.
But are there any other particular professional subjects that, areas that you think, you might be interested in going? Most parents want their children to be doctors and dentists and lawyers and solicitors and, accountants. I'm sure your parents would probably want you to become a professional as well. Right? Have they ever said to you, "Beta isko chodo, forget boxing,
Nah.
right? We want you to do something different." Have they not said that to you? So they support you as well.
Yeah.
So they must see a bright future for you in the boxing ring as well.
Yeah.
And are you happy with that? You can absolutely. Have you thought about doing something that just in case,
Like a plan B.
right? If it doesn't work out, what would you like to do?
See with my grades. If I do good, then get a good job.
Yeah. But what sort of work would you like to do? Have you thought about it at the moment?
No,
you haven't.
no.
But make sure you do work on your grades as well, because out of 100 boxers, maybe 1 or 2 might make it, right? I don't know how many people started with you.
Yeah, loads.
Yeah. So, you need to always have a backup plan. So, inshallah, may Allah give you success, but my advice to you would be make sure you have a backup plan and you concentrate at school as well. you know, and because not everybody can make it, and I hope you do. I mean, you've made it, inshallah.
Not yet, not yet.
Well, you're going to get.
I'm in the right direction.
Well, obviously, you've been, you know, to the European Championship, to the World Youth Championship, to the Olympics. And are you still part of the GB structure?
Now I've left there because I want to turn pro. So as soon as you want to turn pro, you have to like leave.
Couldn't you wait till the next Olympics and then turn pro?
I didn't want to.
Didn't you?
No.
You want to get there quickly?
Yeah, I could go back there, but I don't think I've got the ball. I want to like earn loads of money.
Oh, right.
As a amateur, you don't really earn that much.
You obviously you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, how much do you earn for a do you earn anything for a fight? No. You don't.
When you're on GB, you get lottery funding.
Right.
That's it.
Right. So that just pays for your day-to-day,
yeah,
you know, basic needs as well.
Yeah.
And
well, it's a bit better than that. It's a bit better payment than that, but like, still not that high.
So the only real income would come in once you become a professional, and then once
even when you're professional at the start, you don't really get paid that much.
All right.
You have to make a name.
How much? Just out of interest, how much do you get paid on an average fight?
As a professional?
Yeah, when you turn professional.
I think when you turn pro, you get like $1,000 every round for a round. So just say you're doing 4 rounds, you get $4,000.
Oh, I see. So it's like, based on the amount of rounds you do.
That's average, but if you go to the Olympics or something, I think it's a bit more than that, and they give you a signing on fee.
So, okay. I mean, I've been told we've got another young man as well, who's into boxing. Daniel, you obviously came into this very young. You came in just a few months ago, 4 months ago. So in 4 months, you've already had your first fight. When is your next fight?
April the 8th or 9th in
April
a tournament.
8th or 9th?
Yeah.
And is that part of a big tournament, is it? Is that part of a big tournament?
Golden Gloves.
It's a Golden Gloves tournament, is it? And is that going to be local?
I don't know.
I think it's in Hull. I think it's in Hull.
Yeah, so it's going to be in the north anyway. And so you're looking forward to that, I presume?
Yeah.
You're training hard for it? You're eating well?
Don't
you're building your muscles up? Right? Are you eating proper food?
Yeah.
To build your muscles up?
I'm not eating too much junk.
Are you lifting weights as well?
Don't.
You don't lift?
The little ones.
Don't you? You're not lifting weights. I thought that was part of the training for...
I think you have to like be about 18 and then start weights.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
At that age, you just do press ups and chin ups, like bodyweight exercises.
I mean, obviously, you can see me. I've never been a physically active person.
Haven't you?
No.
You should try it.
That's why I'm looking. That's why I'm looking so good.
Should we get Indy to give you a session?
If you want me to join in there?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
ये चेहरा देखा?
No.
ये चेहरा देखा? इतना खूबसूरत चेहरा बिगड़ जाएगा, मर जाऊंगा मैं यार. There's nobody will sort of take a fancy to me afterwards. I think you want to reshape my face or something like that. Right? No, Jazakallah. Thank you very much. Muhammad Ali, may Allah give you more strength.
Inshallah.
And you, Daniel, as well. May you have success. But Daniel, make sure you don't neglect your studies. All right? Do both at the same time. And become good Muslims as well. Like Adil Rashid and others. Be good boxers, but much more importantly, become good Muslims as well. May Allah bless you both. Thank you very much for coming. And thank you for sharing your stories with us. Jazakumullah khair. We've now been joined by Inzar as well as a young man called Luqman. Luqman, as you see, is one of the proud members of Lights Out Boxing Club here, the academy. He's also training to be a boxer. He's learning the boxing trade. He's enjoying it. Luqman, welcome. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you, young man?
I'm good.
And you live locally?
Yeah, I live local.
Do you?
Yeah.
And you got into boxing, when did you get into boxing?
I got in boxing just like a few months ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why? What made you come here?
I just saw this place and I was inspired by Inzi, so I just came to this place to try it out.
Inzi is your nickname, isn't it? Everybody knows you.
That's right, yeah.
I've got Inzar with me back again.
Yeah.
Inzi is your nickname.
Nickname, yeah.
Everybody calls you Inzi here.
That's right, yeah.
Right. So you've seen Inzi box and train other people?
Yeah.
And that's why you came here?
Yeah.
Right? And how do you find it?
I find it good.
Do you?
Yeah.
And you like it?
Yeah, good.
So do you have many other young boys your age here coming here as well?
Yeah.
Who do you train with? Do you train with them or do you train with the big guys?
I train with them.
You train with boys your age?
Yeah.
Right? As well as the big guys. And what do you like about the training? Is it the skipping, the bags, the punch ball, or getting in the ring and dancing around, and what do you really like about it?
The boxing, just on the bags, playing on it.
The punch bags as well,
Yeah.
right? And do you sweat when you do that?
A little bit sometimes.
Yeah, because if I'd sweated, I would be looking as good as him. But unfortunately, I never did, you see. And that's my fault, I suppose. But yeah, I actually did go for a boxing once when I was at college. You know, going back many, many years ago. And I remember getting into one of my friends, and we went, and we were at the police club, because the police had a boxing ring, you know, as part of their club. And we went in there thinking, you know, macho, you know, we'll do something. And he got one light punch and he got knocked out, so we all ran away. We thought, there's no way. And he was a big Pathan guy. And he got this little punch and he got knocked out. So we all thought, mar gaye bhai, let's run away from here. So, does boxing not frighten you? It certainly frightened me and my other friends.
It does a little bit, but
Does
then,
it?
like, once you get used to it, then you just
Right.
keep fighting.
So you really enjoyed. And
Yeah.
how does your mom and dad feel about it?
They feel good. My dad sent me here.
Does he?
Yeah.
How many days a week do you come here?
5.
5 days a week. That's serious, man. You know, serious discipline, isn't it? And how many hours are you here for?
2 hours.
2 hours.
throughout the
So
day.
you have these young people here for 2
Yeah,
hours.
that's right. Total of maybe 5-6 hours a week.
Right.
He spends. This is Yukman. He's one of our youngest pupils at the moment. He'll be fighting on the 12th of May, so he's actually training quite hard. So he's doing some
Alright.
extra days.
You're having
So-
your first fight, is it?
Yeah.
On the 12th of May. And are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
All right. And it doesn't scare you, is it? You're not going to be nervous on the night, are you?
No.
Make sure you're not nervous, okay?
Yeah.
Go in there with confidence, because confidence is the most important thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, you've got to wear confidence like a coat.
Right.
Otherwise, your opponent will figure you out and it'll be lights out.
And you have high hopes for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's one of our star little pupils. I mean, he trained with some of the older lads as well, and he keeps up with them as well.
Right.
Does 100 press-ups on the spot.
100 press-ups.
On the
Yeah.
spot, yeah. So
Do you?
You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, good God. Don't even ask me how many I can do. I won't even answer that. But yeah, I mean, so you have these young men here for up to 2 hours a day, sometimes 5 days a week.
yeah.
Have you seen any improvement in their sort of, you know, akhlaq and their behavior and their attitude? and things
Absolutely,
like
yeah. I mean, we haven't talked about the Tuesday, Thursday class.
Right.
A lot of kids that were in that class, they had their parents told me that they had issues with confidence and, you know, always staying in their rooms and not coming out. So we also do sort of role plays as well, where they work with where they work with an opponent, and they've got to demonstrate the skills in front of other kids. So that's brought a lot out of them. So the confidence level has gone up. And yeah, in terms of Ikhlaq, you know, this is a disciplined gym. It's no nonsense gym. As soon as you mess about, you're out. So everybody knows that they've got to be on it 100%.
I mean, I know I didn't get the chance earlier because I know so as you told me earlier that some of the young men who came to you had some past histories of antisocial behavior, activity which is not conducive, and this has turned their life around, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, Bradford. Let's be honest with you. Bradford is one of the roughest places in the country, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So some of these kids have been sort of raised. It's not been their fault or their parents' fault. It's just what society has gave them. So they've been
surroundings.
So their surroundings. So they've been brought out of these sort of societies, and when they've come here, they've found something and they've fallen in love with it. And they've changed. It's actually helped changing their lives around. I mean, there is a member in here who was involved with gang crime and things like that. But since the gym's been open, he's been here, and his parents text me all the time saying that, you know, we're happy he's here, and you know, we know he's safe. He's not on the streets because it's dangerous out there. So, in that sense, yeah, it's been helping a lot.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, you know, this is a very important, valuable role that you play.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, because as we know, and we've said at the beginning of the program, a lot of young people are getting involved in antisocial behavior, activity which is not really good for them or their families. So you're providing a venue where it gives them an opportunity to get away from that.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're doing this, you know, yourself without much support. What would you like to see the institutions do? You know, like the local authority, the police service, etc. Obviously, money is always a big issue, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a very kind of Amir Saab to actually provide you with this facility. Right.
You know, I'm really grateful that he provided me with this opportunity, because before this I went to 4 or 5 other places and they were all talking business and numbers and stuff. So when I sat with him, you know, I was extremely happy and we got things moving. I would like
we need more of those, our business people, to come forward.
You see,
and
you know,
encourage the type of work you're doing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're running out of time at the moment, so I'm sorry I'm going to have to cut this off at the moment. Brothers and sisters, I hope you've been inspired, not just inspired by Inzi and the work that he does, Muhammad Ali, Luqman and Danielle, the young people that we've seen who are involved in this activity have been very successful so far, but much more importantly is giving them something really valuable to do and diverting them from some of the other activities that they could get involved in. So we need to thank people like Inzi and Amir Saab for the work that they've been doing. So I hope you've enjoyed this so far. Inshallah, we'll be doing more of these outside broadcast works, recordings as well in due course. Inshallah, we'll see you soon. Take care. May Allah take care of you and protect you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.